Don't you just hate it when the Kleenex is low and you grab one and the box falls on the floor and you throw your back out trying to pick it up? Well, now your struggles are over with this custom-made Kleenex cover. A lot of projects like this one are out of necessity because clearly we had to do something so Cathy didn't hurt herself in the bathroom trying to get a Kleenex.
Right. The bathroom cabinet is really narrow, so we needed something to fit right in that tiny space.
We looked in stores for some, but they were too wide, didn't fit. We even ordered one, and what happened?
It broke.
It was broke. It came broke.
Yes. There's a lot of junk out there.
A lot of junk. Particle board, just junky junk. So the fun thing about this project is it's 5 pieces, it's scrap wood. If you're gonna make one of them, you might as well make 3 or 4 of them because you know you got Kleenex boxes all through your house.
Nice thing to give away. As gifts. Once we get an idea for the project, then it's time for Kevin to make the plan for it.
After we have the plan drawn up, then I find the wood and start cutting the pieces to size. This one has mitered corners at the top, so it has a nice clean seam. I set the table saw to 45 degrees, and I always like to put some masking tape, especially on plywood, when I'm making cross cuts because it keeps it from splintering out. Make a nice 45-degree angle, and then you'll have a nice seam at the top. Now for the sides, we're going to cut a rabbet that the sides will sit in, so that seam will be minimal as well, especially when we put a little wood filler in there. When I use a Forstner bit, I always like to make my marks with an awl because the Forstner bit has a little tiny point on it, and when you put it in the drill press, you can seat it right exactly where you want it, so you can make a precision hole.
I like to keep the shop very clean. You don't want sawdust in any of your projects.
To mark off the opening in the top, I use this trash can lid, which is very special to me. I got it for my 7th birthday. It was one of my favorite toys when I was a kid. Then I use the jigsaw to cut the opening. And my oscillating spindle sander will make a nice job of sanding the inside of this opening nice and smooth. When it's time to clamp the job up, I like to take a piece of plywood because my workbench is just really thick, so it's kind of hard to clamp the stock down to it. But I'm going to use these handy dandy angle corners, which really make a nice job of clamping 45-degree angles together. 90 degrees. Spread the glue over the entire surface. The glue is going to do most of the work on this joint. I'll just put a couple of brads in once it's all together. But for the 3/4 inch plywood, which is the sides and the top, it's mostly the glue that's going to do the work. To set the 1/4 inch panels in the sides, I just put glue in that rabbet, and then we're going to clamp it up, and that is all that's going to hold this baby together.
Kevin always says you can never have too many clamps.
What else do I always say, Cathy?
Keep your biscuits dry.
Okay, so at this point the build is complete and it's time for finish. Now when I made this, I knew that I would be painting it, not staining. And this, this seam isn't going to bother me. We'll sand it up real nice and put some wood filler in here just so it's totally smooth. But you could, I'm going to prime it first. You could put on, a latex paint, or you could spray paint it if you want. The possibilities are endless. You could have fun with it if this is for a kid's room. You could have them help out. You could let them put stickers on it. I mean, it's scrap wood basically, so you can't mess it up. But since this is going to be for our bathroom, I'm going to do what any good husband would do. Ask Cathy.
Kevin's using an orbital sander with 120 grit sandpaper to just smooth out all those seams. And now he's using a little sandpaper on all the edges, smooth it out a little bit, get off all the dust, and put on some spackle.
So we're done building the project, and I've come to talk to Cathy about how she would like it finished.
How about staining it?
Well, we're not going to stain it because it's plywood and it has ugly edges, and not only that, the bathroom is black and white.
Okay, how about black, like a shiny black?
Red?
Black.
Black then. Okay, yes dear.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I just love the black paint that I decided on.
It is nice and smooth paint, very shiny. I put on 3 coats after a primer coat. And here's the finished product. It really does look nice and it serves the purpose. Cathy won't get hurt in the bathroom anymore.
Thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone who subscribed and watched our last video.
And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We appreciate it. And if you're interested in those clamping squares, I'll put a link to them in the show notes. This was the first time I used them, and they really made easy work of clamping those corners together.
As an Amazon associate, we earn from qualifying purchases, and we appreciate that.
Doesn't cost you guys anything more, just makes it easy for you to find the products that we use, and that's all I got to say about that.
So until next time,
Keep your biscuits dry.
yeah.